Creatives, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about getting more clarity to really creating an ecstatic life. And one of the best tools to do this is what I call the 12MR. Dun dun dun! And the 12MR is really your 12-month previous year review. This has been one of my things that was key for me year after year to create more of a life that I love with ease and joy and glory and moments of distress and peace and love. This has really been one of my keys, and I've been doing it for 5 or 6 years now. I've really brought it in as part of my higher level program, which I'm now going to share with you. What it is it's a reflection of your 12 months. And we have a handout for you, and with the handout, all you need to do is make a grid with 3 columns. And on the first column, you want the months of the year. The second column is what I call highlights. So label the top of it highlights, right? And the last column is what I call lowlights. Now, simple, right? So you go through your year, last year, you can even go 2 years back, and you write down what you remember about the month. And then you decide, what was it that juiced me up, that I loved? You know, one of them for me is going to concerts with friends. Also, you know, the moments that I also remember that was surprising that I remembered was those moments when I felt really fit and I was doing a lot of outdoor activities. Also travel. Playing with friends, just hanging out with friends. I remember those kind of things, and I remember what it feels like to be in it. So those are kind of some of the highlights that you want to remember. Now, you know, and yours could be totally different than mine, but I've created more of that in my life because I have become aware that those are the things that really move my life forward. I mean, we are living right now. When are we going to really live if we're not really living right this second? I think that's so important for us to get. So then with this, I found that it was really important for me to also put my poo-poo lowlights in it. Like when my appendix ruptured, when my father died, when my dog died, when I sold my horse, right? And in every one of those massive life-changing events, there were also highlights that went with it. Now, those highlights are a little bit different. Instead of like, yay, my dog died, right? Instead of it, you celebrate the dog's journey, that spirit's journey. And I like to give it a little bit of, wow, I was so grateful for you. Thank you for being a part or some part of my life. And that brings me that piece of joy and that highlight to it. And moving forward, you can bring in some of the energies that the animals, the plants, the things that have been there and left you, you can bring it all in. So one of my quests that I do, that I've done and I continue to do, is the quest of Marie Kondo tidying. And what I found with everything, asking, does it spark joy? So this would be another place where maybe you had sold a house and didn't want to sell it. But what if you could bring in the energies of, did it spark joy, right? What sparked joy? Did it spark joy at one moment in my life? And how can you be grateful, sending it off, and maybe gifting that joy to somebody else, right? Like, I mean, I think that this is gold in our world, especially in a world where not everyone is falling exuberantly in love with their life. It's time for us to live the life that we wish to lead and do it with great ease and flow and create everything that we wish for. The handout is in the notes below. I also run a monthly group called The Retreat. That information's below. It goes to a site. If you want to join my world, we actually get on a phone and you can group coach with me and ask questions, which is super fun. And there's lots of other things coming. So while you're over at the Real Raw You getting a handout, I would love if you would join my world. Bye. Have a wonderful day. Mwah.